Hey Dungeon Crawlers, this is Dorks at Disadvantage, a D&D podcast by Dorks for Dorks, where we show you don't have to have a big group to have a great time playing D&D. And now, here's your hosts, Jennifer and Austin Caldwell. Hey everyone, and welcome to the Dorks at Disadvantage podcast. How's it going? I'm Austin. I'm, as always, joined by my lovely wife, Jen.
Hello, everyone.
And today we're going to be doing a new adventure with new characters. But before that, we're going to just give an update on what's new. Jen, you want to talk about what we've been up to?
Yeah, so a couple weeks ago, we went to a sci-fi convention in Murfreesboro, and that was a ton of fun. So we're kind of new to that kind of scene. We've never done any kind of Comic-Con festival, anything like that. And it was really fun just to have that experience. And we went in there and they had D&D tables opened up. We played a couple of rounds, a couple of games with people. And that was so great, getting to do games with people that you actually don't know and getting out of your comfort zone, trying to do character voices and characters that you haven't played before, because that's the idea. Like, they always set up their own table and they have their own characters that you read from, that you choose, and you get to decide which one you want and you play a game with them.
Yeah, it was really cool. And for me especially, I'm used to our same old haunts, as it were, as far as D&D goes. We have our own groups. I have one that I run outside of the podcast here, and there's one that I'm a player in. But, it kind of takes a little bit for me to kind of come out of my shell and play with someone I've never met before. So it was a cool experience. And also got turned on to some really good homebrew D&D content. We got to play part of the Osaka campaign by J.P. Chaplow, and that was really, really cool. That
was a good campaign.
Yeah.
Good people.
Yeah, that was very awesome. And he's got that one. He's got the Greek mythology one called Olympia, I believe.
I want to play that so bad.
I do too. We're definitely getting it in the future. And also there's the Akhmet one, which is like an Egyptian type campaign. But all of those they're cheap too. It's like $10, he said, for the PDFs on Drive-Thru RPG. So, I mean, I don't think you can beat that. And even the book, I got to see the book. It was a nice book, and it was only like $29. So, definitely recommend anyone who's into trying out new campaign settings outside of the standard Wizards of the Coast settings to check out JP Chaplow and his custom settings that he has created.
I was very fascinated with Greek mythology as a kid. My mom had a lot of tiny books, and they had beautiful covers, and they were just really small, but we would open them up and she would read stories from them. I would read them on the side. So I knew quite a bit about Greek mythology as a kid. And when I got to high school, I stopped listening to that stuff because it wasn't as entertaining. I don't know what exactly happened. I know that in high school we talked about the Iliad and
the Odyssey
and
yeah.
And there was a lot of problems I had with the book personally. Never read it, to be fair, but from everything that I was told, they're like, nah, you really don't want to read that.
Yeah, I think for me, it was just a matter of being forced to read it. All throughout high school English, they were forcing me to read these things and do reports on them and stuff. And, I just, I wasn't into it, I guess, because someone was telling me to read it and stuff. But now that, I'm older and out of school for a long time, I'm definitely into it more. Yeah. And so I definitely think we'll pick up that campaign and try some stuff out of there for sure.
Yeah, it's different when teachers say you have to read this, and like the Canterbury Tales, that was over my head. I was never going to be able to actually read that and engage with it. It was just so boring to me. And I do love reading, but that was a lot. And they never really, at least at my school, they never showed too much interest. Like you were as interested in the story as the teachers were. And I never met a teacher that was just saying to me, "Oh, this is so good." They just are more like, "Yeah, we've got to read this," and I'm like, "Okay, that doesn't sound great."
I actually had one teacher like that, and obviously not going to name names, but they were so into the Odyssey and the Iliad
Hmm.
and everything that Homer had written that it was just every day was a new, something to do with either the Odyssey or the Iliad.
Yeah.
Um, it was. I'm going to tell a funny little anecdote though. She actually put on the old school Odyssey on VHS tape, and it gets to like the romance scene,
Hmm.
and instead of her hitting stop on the controller, she hit fast forward on the controller. So you can imagine, just what that did. Caused the classroom to just erupt into laughter. And I don't think she ever got over it. Her face was purple. I thought she was going to pass out.
Oh no.
But yeah, a little bit of a mess up there.
Core memory for you that was.
It was hilarious. I mean, moral of the story is learn how to use your remote before you present something to a classroom for sure. But in other big news, we are headed to Gen Con this year.
We are. Oh
I
my
thought
gosh.
about waiting to talk about it, but I can't wait to talk about it. So we're going to talk a little bit about it right now.
Yes, absolutely. First, I did want to add. So from when we went to the sci-fi convention, we actually met a voice actress.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she is an anime voice actor named Sarah
Cravens.
Cravens. Yes.
Yeah, from One Punch Man. Right? Did I get that right?
Yes. One Punch Man. Yeah.
That's right. I always want to say One Piece when I'm about to say One Punch Man, and I'm like afraid I'm going to say the wrong thing that she was a part of. But she was part of One Punch Man, and then Erased. Is that the other one?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's in a lot of others. I think she does video game voice acting as well. But she was so sweet. I mean, just a ray of light. She was like, I didn't know who she was exactly, so we've just started watching anime, so we hadn't seen any of the things we've that she was in, but we were just sitting there talking with her, and she was so sweet and kind, and I really enjoyed her company. Just a good, wholesome person.
Yeah, it was awesome. We talked voice acting in general and doing different voices for like D&D and everything. And, I just told her that I definitely respected what she did because as I very poorly do different voices, it's exhausting at the end of the day. If I do like a 6-hour D&D campaign and I'm doing all these different voices, I just get super exhausted. So, to do that for a living, it takes a lot of practice and preparation and dedication for sure.
And it was interesting to hear her perspective on it because she's doing this as her profession.
Yeah. Very interesting, though. She said that there was, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but I think she said between second season of One Punch Man and third season was about 10 years, right? And then she
That's
brought
right.
they brought the whole cast back to do the third season again.
Right.
So,
And she told us a little bit about getting to meet everyone again and how it was just an amazing experience to be like, 10 years have gone by and we're seeing everybody again as if it was yesterday.
yep. Yep. She said everybody was a little hard on themselves listening to the recordings of the previous episodes. Just saying, oh, I could do so much better than that now and everything. And having to get back in that mindset of doing that character again, too, after 10 years.
Yeah,
It took a bit.
she's talking about honing in on her voice. She's been doing this for 10 years since, and she's listening to the old tapes and she's just saying, well, do I have to do it exactly that way?
Yep. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's one of those things. I can't imagine. I forget what voice I've done 30 seconds after I've done that voice. So,
Hmm.
But I imagine after doing it for so long, it's easy to slip back in there.
I'm happy to keep one character.
We're going to turn the tables one day and let you DM.
No, I don't think
Absolutely.
so.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think about like by episode 10 of the podcast or so, it's like hand the keys over to Jen. And you guys can vote on that, by the way. Just put a
Please
comment and
don't.
be like, hey, Austin sucks. Let's let Jen be the DM. And I'll be like, yes, let's do. And I'm going to sit over here and be a chaos goblin and just be a player and put her on the spot with all sorts of questions.
No, we will not be putting me on the spot.
Yeah.
I'm a player, and that is my role.
I don't know. I think you make a great DM. You're very imaginative when it comes to, describing settings and things, very descriptive with coming up with new settings, new places, new buildings, new people. So I think you'd be a great DM, or if you didn't want to do that, at the very least, you could write campaigns. So
I think telling the story part, as things are happening, I'm very interested in that part. But remembering the voices and the characters' names, which I struggle with really bad, that's all pretty complicated. So I think I'd have to play this game a long time before I'd get comfortable with it.
I think you'd be good. I think you'd do good. But yeah, going to Gen Con.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, coming up in just a few weeks. I think July the 29th through August the 2nd. So we will be out there. I have been talking to Jen about what eventually broadcasting from Gen Con could look like. Maybe not this year, of course, it's our first year. But, maybe
someday.
Maybe next year. We'll figure something out. Maybe get a little table set up or something. Maybe get some t-shirts and merch to sell.
Gotta have that merch.
Gotta have the merch. Gotta keep the lights on,
Yeah, that's...
But yeah, are you ready to jump into this brand new adventure here? This one shot that I have very poorly written.
I am very excited about your game. So I do want to add, if anybody could give us advice on how to go through Gen Con, because it is very crowded.
Yeah.
My husband has a bit of a crowd sensitivity, I would say. So he's a little nervous about that. So if you could give us any tips on, keeping the pace and knowing what to do for any situation and knowing where to go. I know we're going to have to really plan that out. Hopefully it's going to be easier than what it sounded.
Right. Yeah. Drop us a message on that. It sounds like that pretty much the common area is something you want to spend a limited amount of time in if you have an aversion to crowds. A lot of people kind of clump up into the common area in between sessions and things. So I did read that. But I'm still excited about it. I'm going to figure out a way to get through it. It'll be fine.
For the games?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for the experience, we're going to do it.
Yes. So I want to talk about my character that I'm playing today.
Do it.
So I am now doing a new character. She is pretty new. I built her up a few months ago.
Yes, a ill-fated Curse of Strahd campaign that we were a member of and only made it a few sessions in.
Yeah.
But your character was a hit.
Yeah, we had a hard time planning and getting people together for that one, and that is a very common thing with D&D. But I have Ethelda. She is a thin, very old elf. She is 898 years old. So I think they live to be about 900 roughly, sometimes a little older. So she is getting up there. And it's clear, if you were to meet this woman, you could see this elf has seen better days. She has cloth wrapped around her legs and arms. Her clothes are very worn and are tight fitted to her body. And she doesn't wear shoes. In looking at this woman, you will not be able to recognize that she was once a rare beauty. those days are long gone and have been seen only by those who have been dead for centuries. In her hands, she carries a long roach clip, which, if you don't know what that is basically a cigarette holder. You can see those in the 1920s, 30s. Watch Titanic, you'll see a woman holding one.
Cruella de Vil
Yes!
from
Oh my
101,
gosh.
101 Dalmatians.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, 100%. Now that's, I remember seeing that as a kid, and this is bad to say, but I'm like, that looks cool. That thing looks cool. It looks glamorous.
I feel the same way. Cigarettes themselves, I wasn't attracted to the idea of it too much. Like, it was kind of appealing in the, you look cool sense, but, I was never interested. But the roach clip, like, it's sold for me.
Right. I just kind of want to hold one and just pretend to smoke. I think it's classy.
Don't smoke, kids.
Yep. Even if it's through a roach clip and you look super awesome doing it, don't you?
Yes.
You don't want no part of that stuff.
I would rock one, I'm just going to say.
Yup.
It would look so natural for me.
I could see you doing that.
So Ethelda, yes, she carries a roach clip and she is smoking on it continuously. And even though her face is worn, she has an air of determination and readiness, as if she's always prepared for something to happen. And that is it.
Awesome. I am going to be playing a character known as Tall Robert. His real name is Robert Pottender. He is a halfling monk. He is a cook, and he's just a little bit taller than most other halflings, hence the name Tall Robert. But he has his cook utensils, and I actually went ahead and came up with a cooking mechanic just for him because I didn't see anything in the official D&D rules. Could be wrong about that. Could have missed it. But essentially, Tall Robert can cook, and if he has two ingredients, at least two ingredients, he can make a small meal, which will heal up 1d6 plus 2 HP. And that'll take him an hour. If he has four ingredients, he can make a large meal, which will heal everybody 1d10 plus 2 HP, or one spell slot. And if he has six ingredients, he can prepare a feast. And with that, he will actually heal everyone in the party 1d20 and restore one spell slot.
That's really cool. And that's also what I love about D&D too, is that there are rules, but the DM has absolute control on how the game runs. So nothing is completely solid. You can change things, you can tweak things a little bit to work with your group. And for us, for example, it's just two people, and this is usually a 3 to 5, maybe 6 people game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something that you can really work with, and I love it.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of creative liberties to be taken for sure. Let's see. There was something else about Tall Robert. Oh yeah, I need to give you a little rundown of his personality type.
Yes, tell us about Tall Robert.
Yeah, so where Ethelda is sort of this, driving force, very confident, she's seen the world. Tall Robert is very reserved. He hasn't seen much of the world outside of his kitchen and his monastery. So he's very reserved. He has a bit of a stutter. He's quite shy. Except when it comes to talking about food. So it's a pretty good dynamic, I think, between these two. We've played a couple of little one-shots offline with them, and it seems to work out well. So I'm happy to finally be recording one with the two of them.
Yeah, I think Tall Robert is one of my favorite characters that you do.
I like him. I like him a lot. It's hard to say. I really like Valtos. But I do like Tall Robert too. I think Valtos just kind of wrote himself
He does. There are characters like that you're not really thinking of what they're going to say. You know what they're going to say instantly because it's so clear.
Yeah, on one of these episodes, Jen needs to pull out Hugh Dankwood. Hugh Dankwood is her most awesome character.
I love her so much.
She has yet to bring her out, but when she does, it's going to be fun, guaranteed.
I someday want to get a tattoo of her. I think
Nice.
I think that needs to happen because she is something else.
She is your spirit dwarf.
Yeah, kind of like she I mean, there's a lot of things that she's different from me, but I don't know. I'm connected with her I'm so connected with her.
Hold on just 1 minute, folks. There's someone outside my house. Sorry about that, folks. We had a new realtor in the area, I guess, come around and introduce themselves. We don't often get solicitors around here, but sometimes we do, and so, but you gotta check on things. If you see someone outside your property acting suspicious, you gotta check on it. So
yeah, he was just startled. He saw the woman out there, and he's just like, "What's going on?" You know, we were just wanting to check it out. And
yep. Just had to
it's all
check on
good.
it real quick, but we're good to go now. Back to the campaign, and this is one that I wrote called "The Choking Hand," and we're gonna kick it off. So, this story starts in the town of Broomswallow, which is nestled at the base of the Donnerheim Mountains. Broomswallow Townmaster, Hadrid Crane, has reached out to Ethelda and Tall Robert and has asked for their assistance. Shipments of minerals to the nearby settlement of Westerhelm are being intercepted by someone or something. He has asked Tall Robert and Ethelda to help investigate, get to the bottom of it, and eradicate the problem. They are to meet him at the Crooked Cricket Inn in Broomswallow. And as Tall Robert and Ethelda are on the road into Broomswallow, before they even see the town, what they sort of become aware of is just this thick, choking smog that is just belching out of all of these refineries that are placed around the town. It is now actually early in the morning, about 8 or 9 a.m., and you would swear that it is midnight as they make their way to the town center.
So Ethelda, before they enter the town of Smog, you hear her going, and as they enter this thick, gross cloud, she puts on a mask to cover her face so she is a little safer, but she will sneak a couple of breaths in from her roach clip.
So the air is too much for her, so she's got to get some fresh air through her cigarette.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Yes. So she's standing there holding her roach clip with her mask on. It's fine, it's normal.
Tall Robert just looks over at this and he's just like, a bit hard to breathe here, isn't it?
Yeah, I've been to better towns.
Maybe we should get to the bottom of this suit, Miss Ethelda, so we can leave.
I agree. Where's the Crooked Cricket Inn?
I believe it's just over this rise. And so you guys crest a small hill as you continue into the town center. You look around you and you start to see people pushing these carts filled with precious stones. All the while they're just coughing and choking. Some of them, even small children barely big enough to push these carts, are pushing them down the cobblestone streets. And you guys make your way to the Crooked Cricket, and you open the door. You walk inside, and as you'd expect, soot has just settled on pretty much everything inside. There is a human bartender, and she is serving drinks to the few scattered patrons that you see inside. And you guys make your way to a table and have a seat.
I look at the bartender and I say,
"We're looking for someone by the name of Hedrig Crane."
She just looks at you with a little bit of the judging eye. And then she's just like, "What business have ye with Hedrig Crane?"
We've been hired by him to help him with a situation.
Well, I'm supposing if Hedrig Crane called for you, then he knows to meet you here. However, you cannot loiter about my tavern without buying a drink.
Sure, doll, we'll go ahead and get that.
Fine. Drinks are 1 gold piece.
I hand her 2.
2 beers for us.
Yes, of course. So she goes to the back and brings you the beers. And after a few minutes of sipping on your ale, you see a female half-elf come to the center of the tavern, and she sits down and pulls out a lute, and she begins to play a song. And you hear the lyrics of the song as follows. Quiet your mind, and I'll tell ye of the one called Iron's Fin. He struck his pick with the thunderous force of 30 full-grown men. Until one day the darkened shaft had claimed him in her womb. Now the work he lived for is the work that made his tomb. And as she's singing this song, the door swings open, and a rock dwarf walks in. Soot flies from his boots as he walks across the floor, and he shakes the ash from his beard, revealing it to be solid white instead of the oil black it was a moment before. "Ah, you must be the hired help."
How could you tell?
"I know every soul in this town. I am the town master, Hedrig Crane."
It's nice to meet you, Hedrig.
"Likewise, I'm sure." "Well, as I stated in my message, something or someone is waylaying our transports on the road to Westerhelm. And I need you to find out who it is, or what it is."
Did you have any...
I'm sorry.
No
I
worries.
started doing the Scottish accent.
It's hard,
It
isn't it?
is.
When you hear a different accent, you're trying to do your own.
Yeah, I got into
You gotta
Hugh
block it out.
Dankwood mode.
Right.
So, okay.
Do you have any idea who the culprits are?
I really have no idea, although I'll tell ye that basically anyone in this town definitely has motive.
That's very interesting. Could you be more specific?
Aye, absolutely. You see, everyone you see in this town used to be a citizen of Westerhelm. But that swine Baron Feston Rundle, he raised all of the taxes to where we can't pay. He pushed all of the townsfolk out, save for the richest citizens. He opened up this mining camp, and he forced us all to work. Any able-bodied man, woman, or child has to work in the mines to pay our debt to Rundle.
I look around and I see all these people covered in soot, and I am not pleased with this. And I look to him and I say,
Sounds like you got more on your hands than what you said.
Well, right now, I'm just focused on getting food into the little ones' mouths. And in order to do that, I have to keep these minerals flowing to that bastard Rundle.
Very well. Tell us where Westerhelm is.
Well, you're going to head east out of this main road. You follow it for about a day and you'll hit Westerhelm. We believe that whoever is taking over these mineral carts is very close to the edge of town. Maybe only about 4 or 5 miles.
I nod and I say,
Very well, we'll take care of the problem. Is there any thing else that we need to worry about? Robbers or monsters, gobbledygooks?
There's no reckoning what you might find ahead. I fear we have polluted this town until she has started to fight back. Broomswallow may seem like an ordinary town, but make no mistake, she is alive, and she chokes us with her malevolence. I have a guide who will help ye. He should be along shortly. His name is Garbin Jost.
Garbin Jost.
Aye.
and she nods her head and she looks to tall Robert and sees if he is prepared to go as soon as Garbin comes in.
Yeah, tell Robert, does she ask him verbally if he's prepared to go, or she just kind of nods at him and gives him a wink?
She asks him.
I suppose I have everything I need. After hearing the town master, I'm not sure what we'll encounter, but at least I have good company.
Oh, yes.
So, yeah, we sit there and wait for Garbin and Joss to come in.
Yeah, so not much longer. About 10 or 15 minutes. A small gnome comes in with a yellow beard and a red hat with a feather in it. He takes his hat off, knocks the soot out of it. It's holding about a pound of soot in the brim. And he comes over to meet you at the table. Ah, there's the little fellow we've been waiting on.
It's nice to meet you, Garbin. Are you ready to head out?
I am as ready as I'll ever be.
And I stand up and I head out the door.
Okay, so the three of you head out the door. It is probably now about, we'll say about 11 o'clock in the morning or noonish, as you are headed out. Once again, still so dark, you can barely kind of see your hand in front of your face. But you guys head to the edge of town. You start taking the road that leads out to Westerhelm. Is there anything you want to do while you're walking and preparing?
I look to Garbin and I say,
So tell me about yourself, Garbin.
Oh, there's not much to tell. I am a miner, like everyone else here in the town. I was a shoemaker, a very successful one at that. Before that fat Baron drove me out to this blighted land.
Yeah, I think there's something you should do about that.
What can we do? He has us over a barrel. All of our food and water comes from him.
and she looks at him and grins and she says,
Nothing like a good old-fashioned mutiny to bring people together.
Yes, but the townspeople are so weak. They have the wet lung disease. And where would we find aid outside of this town? Broomswallow is the bastard child that no one wants. It's the dog that bites the hand of its own master.
she nods and is feeling very, very frustrated and angry at the situation that this town is in, and she is definitely trying to figure out how to help these people someday if she can. But for now, she looks ahead and just continues to walk.
Awesome. So you guys walk for about 4.5 miles. And then Garbin looks to you and says, I think our best course of action here is to hide by the side of the road. There should be a caravan of mineral carts coming through here in just a few hours. If we hide and bide our time, no doubt we'll see whoever this bandit is.
I am ready.
So you guys wait. You're hiding in some kind of tall brush by the side of the road there. And you start to see a caravan of mineral carts going through. The first few go through without any incident. But then, as about the fourth or fifth cart comes through, you see the cart being pushed by sort of these two very sickly-looking women as they push the cart. They're stooped over. Their face looks way older than it should. And they get about almost directly in front of you when this booming voice from the other side of the road can be heard. That'll be far enough. And you see a 7.5-foot half-orc come out of the brush on the opposite side of the road. I'll be taking this mineral cart, ladies. Now return to Broomswallow. No one has to get hurt here. He has a pickaxe in his hand.
I throw my knives at him.
You're going to go ahead and throw your knives?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll to hit him. You're in a hidden position, so do it at advantage.
Mm-hmm. The highest number was a 14. That was for... Would that be for both blades or just one?
You have to roll for each attack. So you'll roll twice for each attack and take the highest number for each attack.
Okay, so
if you're attacking with 2.
one was a 14.
Okay, that is going to hit.
Okay. I got 2 11s, so that would be 16.
Okay.
Those are going to hit. The first one will be 7 damage,
Okay.
and the other will be 4 damage.
So a total of 11 damage.
Mm-hmm. And she pierces them. One goes into his wrist, where he's holding his weapon, and the other goes into his shoulder.
Gotcha. So he just takes a look at these 2 daggers, and he starts to chuckle. And then he pulls them out of his body, and he's like, "Who's hiding on the other side of the road?"
I hop out because I'm not scared of this guy.
And he looks at you, and he pulls out a second pickaxe, and he's like, "You work for Rundle?"
It doesn't matter who I work for, but you are bothering these people, and I'm here to take care of you.
"Oh, Elven Mistress, I think it matters very much indeed."
And I chuckle, and I'm like,
You're gonna have to come get me to find out.
"I think I'll do just that." But as you 2 are talking, Garbin looks up at him and says, "Sven? Is that you?" And he looks down and he's like, "Little Garbin Jost. Now, why are you pretending to be a highwayman? You're a shoemaker." He's like, "Sven, you died. You were... Everyone pronounced you dead. 10 years ago." "I suppose you're talking about that little cave-in incident. The one that I staged myself. Now, Garbin, you know that I would have never died in the mines. By accident or otherwise. I'm too good of a miner for that. What are you doing out here?" "I'm hatching my plan to make Rundle pay." And then he just looks at you and Tall Robert, and he's like, "I see you have new company."
I look at him, and I'm just staring him head on. I'm not blinking, and I take a long drag from my roach clip, and I say,
You're gonna wish you never met me, love.
"I'm afraid I'm not going to let anyone or anything get in the way of my task. You see, as soon as I steal enough of these minerals, inevitably that bastard Rundle will come looking for them. And that's when I'll make my move." Now, the way I see it is this. The 3 of you could join me, and we can take the fight to his manor and end this once and for all. Or are you okay with child slavery?
I look at him, and I'm glaring.
Of course, I don't care for child slavery, but what you're doing is benefiting you, not the people.
Indeed. Well, it does then appear that I shall have to end you.
Bring it on.
And everyone's going to roll for initiative now.
Yay! 21.
Ooh, that's good.
And I did not put my class, but I am a monk as well.
Okay, Ethelda is actually up first.
She's gonna stabby.
Give it a shot.
Here we go. Okay, the first one will not hit, but the second will. 17.
Okay, how much damage are you going to do?
1d6, and I throw that one.
Okay.
That's only 4 damage.
Okay. 4 damage it is. Are you going to move or anything? Sven is about 15 feet from you at this point.
I'm going to move 15 paces to the right, still 15 feet away from him. I'm just trying to create some distance.
Gotcha. Okay. Is that your full turn?
That is my full turn.
It is Tall Robert's turn. Tall Robert, who is about 15 feet away from Sven as well, Iron Sven, as he is called. He is going to try to throw 2 daggers. First one is going to hit. The second one is also going to hit. Okay. Tall Robert will do 11 more damage. And that is Tall Robert's turn.
All right.
Sven is going to go up to Ethelda. He will hit with Thunderous Pick. Let's see if he hits you. Does 13 hit Ethelda?
It does not.
Okay, he will miss you with that. He will use a bonus action to drink a potion of greater healing.
Oh no.
Okay. We've got his healing in. It is now Garbin Jost's turn.
What will Garbin do?
Garbin is going to throw a hand axe at Sven. Let's see if he hits. He will hit, just barely.
Ooh.
He's going to roll his damage. He will do 5. And we're back up to Ethelda.
Okay. Ethelda is going to... Where is he at right now? Is he in front of me?
He is yet directly in front of you.
Okay. I take the 2 daggers that I have in my hand. By the way, all of her daggers, she has many hidden in her body, underneath her clothes. And she's going to take 2 more out. And she's going to attempt to hurt him.
See how it transpires.
Ooh, pretty good for one. Will a 14 hit?
Just barely, but it hits.
Okay. The other one was, I rolled an 18, so very much did hit.
Nice.
Okay, 8 piercing damage for one.
Okay.
And 6 piercing damage.
Okay, so that's a total of 14.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That will be the end of my move.
Awesome. It is now Tall Robert's turn. Tall Robert is going to attempt to hit with Sacred Flame. It will not hit. And that is Tall Robert's turn. We are back up to Sven. Sven is going to use a bonus action to disengage from Ethelda. He will run over to Tall Robert, and he will try to hit with Thunderous Pick. Let us see if he hits. Yeah, he's gonna hit this time.
Mm-mm.
And just to tell you a little bit about Iron Sven's Thunderous Pick, it's a +5 to hit. He does 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage, plus 1d6 lightning damage. The target must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw, or be pushed up to 10 feet away from Sven and knocked prone. So let's see what all's going to happen here. Let's do our d8 damage first.
Hang in there, Tall Robert.
I'm scared, Ethelda.
Oh no.
Oh, he'll do 11 damage, regular damage. Now he's going to do his 1d6 lightning. He'll do 18 damage to Tall Robert, which is going to take Robert's hit points down to 0.
No.
Let's see if Tall Robert gets also knocked 10 feet away, but I mean, it doesn't really matter. But let's see.
He's gonna be punted.
Yeah. Yeah, he does get punted. Tall Robert goes limp and gets punted 10 feet away. Not looking good for old TR. It is now Garbinjost's turn. Come on, Garbin. Crit hit. You can do it. Garbin will try to throw 2 hand axes. The first one will definitely not hit. The second one will definitely not hit.
Oh.
Man, Garbinjost is terrified. He just saw a halfling get one-shotted and then punted 10 feet away. So he is terrified. As a matter of fact, after he throws those two hand axes, he moves his maximum distance of 30 feet away, retreating back across the other side of the road.
What do you think you're doing? We gotta take down this guy.
I'm doing all I can.
From a distance.
Yes.
I'm doing all I can.
I'm a better help from back here. It's Ethelda's turn again, though.
Ethelda is pissed. She runs to Tall Robert and makes him drink a potion.
Okay. That's 2d4 plus 2. Is it a regular potion?
Yes.
Okay. that's going to heal him for 7.
Hang in there, tall stuff.
Thanks, Miss Ethelda. I thought I was dead there for sure.
And I throw another dagger at this guy.
Roll to hit.
Okay. And I am keeping track. I'm making sure that I do not continue to use these weapons that I have thrown. Okay, 16.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm not a big. I don't make a big deal about like how many you have or whatever like that. Like
I think in
ammunition
this
and
case
things.
I do for her because she has them all over her body, and like I like the idea of being more conscious about it if you throw a weapon.
Okay.
So 16 damage. Or I'm sorry,
Ooh.
16 hit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does hit.
I wish it was
16 damage. Very nice.
That would be nice. 7 damage.
Okay.
Could be worse.
Anything else on Ethelda's turn?
She is going to stand in front of Tall Robert to protect him.
Okay. You can do that. Tall Robert, though, is actually going to peek from around to the side of you. He's going to move about 5 feet back and then another 5 feet to your left. And he is going to attempt Guiding Bolt.
Not going to drink a potion.
I can do it on his bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, he just wants to hit. He will not hit.
Okay.
He will drink a potion. Tall Rob, come on, man. He'll heal for another 8. Okay. It is now going to be Sven's turn. Sven is going to head over to Ethelda, and he is going to attack with 2 pickaxes. So they both hit,
Yay!
and the bad news is one of them is a crit hit.
Oh no.
Yep.
I was thinking it was the other way around. Darn.
So let's see what he gets. He is going to do... Oh my goodness.
Mm-mm.
He'll do 21 damage.
Still okay.
Wow, very nice. I thought that was gonna be... You were gonna be down.
I'm still okay.
Man, oh man.
Not great.
Tall Rob is squishy. He is a squish meister. Okay. That is Finn's turn. It now goes to Garbin Jost. Go, little Garbin.
Please hit.
Garbin pulls out his hand axes, and Sven just looks at him and he's like, "Come now, Garbin. You're still not trying to hit me with those little axes, are you?" And Garbin tries to throw his axes. We'll see what he does.
Pray for Garbin.
Both hit.
Ah.
Garbin is enraged, and he will land a hit. 2 hits, actually. And he will do 11 damage.
How's Sven looking?
He's looking a little worse for wear, for sure. Garbin will also take his turn to move. He will move about 15 feet closer to Sven. He will be sort of northeasterly
Okay.
from Sven. It's now Ethelda's turn again.
She drinks a potion.
Do it.
Okay. Okay, so she's doing a little bit better. Got a little bit of strength. Okay, how far away is he from me?
At this point, he's right up on you. 5
Okay.
feet, because he just landed those 2
Yeah.
melee blows.
Okay, I'll slice him up.
Okay. Slice and dice it.
Mm-hmm. Slice, roll dice.
Nice.
Oh, well, I got a 21 for one, but then I rolled a 1.
Okay. So if you're keeping track of your daggers, then the critical failure is just that you still lose that dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's right up on you, but you lose that dagger.
Yeah.
Somehow you break it off of his chainmail armor.
Okay. That is going to be 6 damage
Okay.
for the other one.
Sven is looking pretty bloody at this point. Is that the entirety of Ethelda's turn?
That's all I can do. Finish him off.
Okay. Tall Robert, Guiding Bolt.
Yay.
Here he comes. Guiding Bolt. Do it, Tall Rob. He will hit with Guiding Bolt.
Yay.
Here he goes.
Annihilate him.
Here he goes. Ooh, 19. Tall Robert successfully attacks Guiding Bolt, hitting Sven with these, 4 just bolts of light. And Sven hits his knees, and he's leaning on his pickaxe as he gasps out his last bit of air. And he just looks to the 3 of you, and he's just like, "You fools. Rundle will continue to choke the people of Broomswallow until they all starve." And then he just hits the ground, and he is dead. And you guys are out of combat.
Yay. I take a drag from my roach clip and I say,
Good riddance.
Well, I can't say that I agree with his motives, but I think I agree with his end goal, unfortunately.
Yes, we definitely need to help this town, but the proper way.
And what way would that be?
and I smile and look at him and I say,
Oh, I'm just going to mull that over. I'm sure we'll come up with a plan.
Yes, you always do, Miss Ethelda. They're going to write songs about you one day.
And she chuckles. She's like, Darling, there already are songs about me. You just don't know you just don't know that they're about me.
I'm sure that's true. And so Garbin Jost, he sort of shakily puts the remainder of his hand axes back into his pack. And he's just like, I would have never guessed in a million years that it was Sven who did this.
I look at him and I say,
He clearly was looking for a way to control the people, to take care of things and benefit from it, despite him saying that he wanted to help the people.
Well, you know, Sven actually used to be a blacksmith back in Westerhelm, and the whole town loved him. I think that he just got so tired of seeing the people choking and starving that he became the very thing that he was fighting against.
Indeed.
And so you guys are able to take control of the mineral cart. You have an option. You can either push it on into Westerhelm and deliver it personally to the Rundle Manor, or you can deliver it back to Broomswallow, to the town master, Hadrig Crane.
We delivered to Hadrig.
I honestly thought you'd be dead.
If you thought we would have died, why'd you hire us?
Better you than me.
And I said, I look at him and I say, well,
I probably would have done the same.
I'm sure you would, lass. Well, there's a matter of your payment.
how much do we get?
So he reaches down into the cart and he pulls out a handful of gems that you know to be worth about 350 gold pieces.
Sweet.
Any more than that, and Rundle would come looking for me.
Oh, this is more than enough.
And I give him about 50 back.
Oh, I thank you kindly there, lass. Maybe we'll live to meet again another day.
It'll be a pleasure working with you again.
And with that, Hadrig leaves the Crooked Cricket and disappears into the smog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I think that is where we leave it.
Yes. Now we definitely need to continue this story.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's a really good one shot. I love that.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. So, I can go ahead and tell you guys had options on that one. The party had 2 options to make. You could have either went with Sven, and you could have infiltrated Rundle Manor and murdered the Baron. And that would have been one potential storyline. Or you can do what you just did, and you can take Sven out. And the Baron retains control over Broomswallow for now. But you always have the option to go back.
Yeah. Ethelda is trying to think of a plan.
And you know that if you did go and murder the Baron, there could be serious consequences to the town. So, choices and consequences. Consequences and choices.
To be continued.
Yes. But yeah, I like that setting.
Yeah, that's really good. I like the town concept.
Sweet. Well, any last orders of business before we sign this one off?
I believe we've covered everything. I am so happy to play this game with you, and I'm looking forward to our next session. And if you guys want to leave a comment, tell us what you think of the game. And of course, we are all about having feedback, anything that we can do to help with our characters and playing the game as a whole. You know, we really appreciate it.
For sure. D&D is about community, and you guys are part of our community. So let us know. And we always want to make this show better for you. Looking forward to hearing from you, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye-bye.